Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I just thought I'd do a little video sort of outlining the lessons I've learned throughout the last 3 months and my treatment of cancer. Over the last couple of months I've had 2 rounds of surgery, 1 round of radioactive iodine treatment and numerous almost weekly blood tests and appointments at the Royal Marsden. Throughout this all I've had obviously time of recovery and time to reflect and I've had a lot of time to myself, so I just thought I'd share a few lessons that I'd learned over this time and hopefully I can help other people going through anything. I hope these are lessons that people can live by no matter what the situation, and I hope that I can put a smile on somebody's face through what I'm about to share. I publicly decided to let everybody know, my friends and family, through Facebook and Instagram and through my blog, that I was diagnosed with cancer, and I laid out all the treatment I was going through, and this was one of the most positive things I've done. It's an extremely isolating and lonely experience, and the fact that I've had so much support and all these kind messages, and it really helps you. And this brings me on to my first point of being positive. And now I've also had a lot of spare time to surf on the web and go through magazines and newspapers and things, and there is a lot of negativity in the world, and I think as humans we need to celebrate each other, we need to boost each other up, we need to choose positivity and choose to be kind and just champion each other. I see so many posts tearing people down and just pointing out flaws and criticising, and now celebrating each other doesn't have to be huge things. It can be, you know, you got every green light on the way home, like that's a little celebration for you. Or for me, something as simple as my calcium levels in my blood tests are becoming under control. That, for me, I just want to be as positive as I can about all the little aspects in life, because I think throughout this I've learned that if you're positive, other people will be positive to you, and it just radiates and builds, and it just builds this big happy family sort of life to lead. We need to express and talk and be open and support each other. We should use social media to support and not criticise others. The second point I'm going to talk about is something very close to my heart, and it has been at the forefront of my mind as long as I can remember, and that is health and fitness. I love being active, I love healthy eating, I love feeling good, I love eating good food. And I just think throughout this I've learnt that you only get one body and you should not abuse it. You need to think about what you're putting into your body and think about, is it either fighting a disease or is it helping you get a disease? We get one body, and that's supposed to last us from the beginning to the end, and what you do in the middle is so important. So I just want to highlight that you have to take care of your body. So that's exercising as regularly as possible, even a 30-minute walk every single day, making sure you're getting your 5 a day, lots of vegetables, lots of fibre. Water is the most important thing. As soon as we start taking our body for granted, our bodies will just stop responding, and they will not be as fit and be not as capable as they would be if we took care of them. I go to hospital so frequently at the moment, and I see people so fragile, and I just think that we need to be so careful of our bodies, and that if we take care of our bodies, they will take care of us. So I hope that this can help people make a positive step towards a healthy lifestyle. It shouldn't take a health scare to make you wake up and change. I hope that coming from somebody who has had problems with their body, and obviously cancer and illness, I hope that this can convince people to change their lifestyles and to become a more healthy and fit person. Throughout our whole lives, we are told to plan and to have dreams and make constructive steps towards achieving those dreams. Whether you're in school, whether at uni, in your careers, you're always told to aim higher and aim for that next step. Something I've definitely learned since graduating university and obviously being put on pause with life essentially is that life doesn't always go to plan. And now this isn't necessarily a bad thing. It just means that you thought you were going to go in one direction, it now just means life is going in a slightly different direction. you need to focus on using this in a constructive way. I think in the beginning I was very self-critical and just felt like everything was going to be awful now, and I sort of felt a bit, oh, woe is me. And that isn't a constructive use of your time. You need to take a step back and go, right, okay, I've had a speed bump, there's a block in the road, what can I do to change this and go towards the next step? My dream job of working in America with the Walt Disney Company is still there. It's still something I'm working towards. And I think that's something really important. It's important to have dreams, but it's just, do not get too focused on achieving that dream that if you have a little failure along the way, or, you know, something like this gets in the way, it shouldn't stop you. It should propel you in a different direction and hopefully give you a little boost and let you realise that sometimes life isn't always going to go the way you planned, but then when you get there, it's just even more incredible. So this brings me on to happiness. So even before I got sick, I was a firm believer in finding what made you happy and doing it over and over again until you are content with life. Now, this is what I do with everything, Disney, swimming, everything. I just do it over and over again and it makes me so happy. So what you need to do is sit down, work out what makes you happy and do it. And I think happiness is so overlooked. And when you have something like this happen, everything else doesn't matter. It's just about happiness and recovering and beating cancer. You just want every little piece of positivity in you to help you on your journey towards being healthy again. And so I don't want to lose sight of this as I get older. I always want to focus on being happy in myself, being healthy, and just a positive thought at the beginning of the day will just change your complete outlook on everything. And I just really want to keep that sort of happiness inside me. The final thing that I've learned is that I am so much stronger than I ever thought I'd have to be. Sometimes you never know how strong you are until you are tested or put in situations where, you know, it's not the usual. So pushing yourself through things is the most satisfying and rewarding thing. And I never thought that I'd be able to go through all that surgery all over again. I know I speak about it on my blog as not to be scared of it, but just emotionally and physically, the pain you are in, to know that you have to do that. There's no other option. You have to put yourself through all that pain and suffering. Once you've done it, you can take a step back and be like, wow. And I think that we can apply this in everyday life. You have to push yourself, and then you can see like how positive it is on the other side. We have our horrible days and we have our bad days, but if you push through those, you're going to have some of the best days of your life, and you've just got to keep pushing and keep going. I know a lot of what I've said is quite cliche, and I don't want anyone to think that I am being like an inspirational quotes Instagram, but I really do believe that we need to focus on happiness, we need to focus on our inner strength, we need to focus on bettering ourselves, we all need to take care of our bodies and our health. And most importantly, we need to be positive, because positivity is just a catalyst to so many other amazing opportunities in the world. Obviously, having cancer isn't the nicest of times, but I think that if there's anything I can take from this, it is to learn these lessons and hope that by sharing them with other people, it can lead to other positivity. Thanks.